Okay. Continue what we were talking about yesterday, but before I continue, Ari asked me a question. Given that tomorrow is Erev Yom Kippur, there is no Tachanun on Erev Yom Kippur. So why is it that we didn't say? Why is it that we did say Tachanun right now? Normally, if you have a day that has no Tachanun, like Rosh Chodesh, so Erev Rosh Chodesh, you wouldn't say Tachanun. But yet today we did do Tachanun. So there's two reasons, there's two answers to that. I'll give you the non-famous, the least known answer is really Erev Yom Kippur and Erev Rosh Hashanah. The same thing would apply to Erev Rosh Hashanah. They're not Yemei Kedusha. They're Erev of Yemei Kedusha. Masha'en Ken Rosh Chodesh is an actual holy day. So therefore, the mincha beforehand wouldn't apply. However, the most common answer that we give is really if we don't say Tachanun now, and yet tonight and tomorrow morning we're going to say Selichot and we are doing Tachanun, that doesn't make any sense. So therefore, you can't not say Tachanun right now and then say it tonight for Selichot or tomorrow morning. So therefore, that is the reason why we do where we do Tachanun. Okay, continuing with Hilchot Sukkot that we spoke about a couple of days ago. I just want to go over some of the Klalei Hapsulim that he brings down, Rav Melamed brings down over here, certain general rules that he brings down in terms of the Arba Minim and what makes them pasul and what makes them not. So he says, Chamisha Sugei Psulim Yeshnam. There are 5 types of things that invalidate the 4 species. Harishon, the first one, Arbat Minim Tzrichim Liot Elu Shetzavta Torah Velo Minim Acherim. What the Torah commanded us. The Torah commanded us to take these 4 and not anything else. Pri etz hadar hu etrog velo limon. It's etrog, it's a citrus, but it's not a citron, but it's not a lemon. Vegam etrog hanaf etz avot, hu hadas she'alav meshulashim velo hadas shoteh. It is a actual hadas that is 3-pronged and not anything else. Kemo ken tzarich litol arava velo anaf shel tzafzefa, and therefore you need to take an arava, specifically one from water, and not another branch of I don't know tzafzefa. I don't know what's a tzafzefa. A whistle. Okay, very good. There. Okay. Hapsula sheni, the second invalidation is nishtanta tzurato midech briato. That the way that it was that it grew is totally different, is not the same form that it should. Kegon lulav she'alav tzorchim rak b'tzad echad. Like you have a lulav that only has leaves on one side of the spine. O hadas v'arava shenasru rov alehem. Or if you have a hadas and arava, which most of its leaves are not there. That's a second invalidation. Hashlishi, the third invalidation, she'en bo shi'ur. That any of these 4 species don't have the proper size to it. Anything that is too small, you can't call it a beautiful fruit if it's the size of a peanut. Or kapot marim, or anaf etzavot, or arve nachal. All these things, they have to have some sort of substance to it. So kol shloshet hapsulim alalu psulim kol shivat hayamim. Now all these things will invalidate the 4 species for all 7 days. Okay? Which means if you could have an etrog, a pretty small etrog that fits the size, but then by day 4 it shrinks because it's shriveling. The fruit is dying. Happened to me one year, believe it or not. Like the fruit actually died in the middle of the chag, and I didn't have a kosher etrog. So therefore that happens all 7 days. Number 4 and 5, hareva'i she'eno hadar. It's not beautiful. It's not a good-looking mean. It lost its appearance, its natural appearance. Totally dried out. According to the Rambam and the Ramban, that this element, this requirement of hidur, of something that looks good, is only for the first day. Ukachtem lachem bayom harishon peri etz hadar. But yes, omrim shu pasu b'kol shivat hayamim. Ashkenazim are a little bit more strict. The Rosh says, no, you need all 7 days of hidur. You need all 7 days for your species to look good. And the last one, hachamishi, haser, meaning something is missing from the species. Be'etrog hakavana shechaser mi besaro. For an etrog, that means there's a nice little chunk that has been maybe someone took a bite out of the etrog. You see that Ushpizin movie? You want to see the Ushpizin movie? Yeah, you saw Ushpizin? Classic film. Everyone should see Ushpizin. It really is an amazing movie. Balulav hakavana shenechelka tumato. Either the top is split or the bottom is split. Chisaron posel rak b'yom harishon, and something that's lacking is only posel on the first day. Shebo aminim tzrichim liot tmimim, because on that day everything needs to be perfect and complete. Aval b'shar hayamim eno posel, but the rest of the days it is not posel.
Rabbi, so the pitom broke after day one.
Okay, so
I went through 3 drugs 3 years ago or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I had to buy it like a third one.
Yeah.
I went to pitoms twice.
So you don't have hidur, so and you also probably will be considered chaser. Now, according to there are some poskim that technically it's only the first day that you need that. You need that, right? And after that, you can use it. Yeah. It's always good, if you have the means to go and get another etrog, right? Beshat hadchak, in a situation. Now, of course, there's a lot going on with I'm not going to get into all the details because you need really pictures, and there's a lot of books with this, to show all the blemishes of an etrog and so on and so forth. But there is a concept of Ze'eli ve'anvehu, of this is my God and I will beautify him, and the Gemara goes at length to talk about how hitna'el lefanav b'mitzvot, that a person should use mitzvot to show how much Hashem means to him, and the mitzvot that he gives us. And the Gemara specifies selefanav sukkah na'a velulav nae. They make a beautiful sukkah and they have a gorgeous lulav and etrog. Okay, but again, that doesn't mean that you have to go all out and get the number one, and like the movie in Ushpizin where he spends $1,000, to buy that etrog. That's not necessary. But nevertheless, there's this concept of hidur. But bishat hadchak, and we'll conclude with this because we're already out of time. Hadchak kasher, en shum efsharut lasig min kasher. If it's not possible to get one of the species that are kosher, if you are lacking number 4 and number 5, which means it's part of it is missing, or it's not hadar or not hidur, kegon lulav yavesh. Like if you have a dry lulav, that's all you have is a dry lulav. Then you could fulfill the mitzvah with that. Udat rova poskim af mevarchim al netilato veyesh omrim she'en mevarchim. According to most poskim, you can even say a bracha. The Rambam is one of them to say that you could say a bracha on a dry. If it's not hadar, you could, according to Rambam, you could say a bracha. But all the other types of psulim, all the other invalidations, you can't. In addition to these 5 invalidations, en yotzim yedei chova b'min shehu gazul. You cannot fulfill the mitzvah with a species that is stolen. Ubayom harishon gam shaul pasul. And even on the first day, you're not allowed to use a lulav and etrog that is borrowed, because it has to be ukachtem lachem, it has to be yours. So when you want to take it from somebody else, you got to make sure that he's giving it to you. Now, taking al menat leachzir, okay, is okay in that situation. Like, I can give you something, even if it's on condition that you're going to give it back to me, but it's still yours for this period of time. But to use the lashon of borrowing, okay, can I borrow your lulav and etrog? That's not good, because it's never yours. All you're doing is taking somebody else's. So therefore, you have to make sure on the first day that whatever you shake belongs to you. And Baruch Hashem, we live at a time where lulav and etrog, although they are going up in price year after year, but nevertheless, they're still somewhat. You can go to a lot of places, they have the whole sets for $69, $79. I saw the Bite advertising. You can get them for cheap, and the person should take the money, buy it, and fulfill the mitzvah the best way. Okay, we'll stop here. Gracias.